Okay.
So all I wanted to do today was kind of just launch into the program and let you know that if you didn't know, there's 168 million women in the United States. Probably we could have gotten that information from last night's from all of last night's tallies if we had our calculator and added it up. But 22 million women are aged 50 and over. And
Wow.
we're all here because I believe we're representing, that's 13% of women right now, the women population, and we're thriving. And I know the three of you, like, for sure you are, at least from a distance, but that's why we're doing this, because I believe a lot of women are struggling right now and thinking that being over 50 isn't as powerful as I believe it is, and hopefully you believe it is.
No, it is.
Because it's not the end. And I know that there are women out there, and some of them are my friends, who believe like this is just the end and they want to hide, they want to put their head in the sand, disappear, become invisible. And I'm totally against that. I think this is the time to embrace all of our unique experiences and all of that wisdom that we've gathered over the years. It's just brilliant. Like, we have so much to offer and so much to be thankful for. And that's kind of where it starts, right? The only way to thrive is to celebrate and uh, be thankful for everything that we've been able to contribute to the world, and thankful for everyone and everything that has come, across our paths.
Yeah.
Um, And I also know that in the ages in your 50s and 60s and even older, it's really a time that your confidence can peak because of all of the experience that we have. And we've earned it, right? We've earned that right to shine. And you three certainly shine in my life, so I'm so happy that you're here. Um, but in order to continue to shine, we need to have that time in our day, every day, to do a little exercise. Even if it's 30 minutes a day, studies show that that will decrease our chance of heart disease by 35%. That's huge. 30
Yeah.
minutes a day. And it's not like jumping and running and doing hit classes.
I'll be
Um,
right back. Sorry.
okay. It's just even taking a walk. If you have a dog, that's certainly like Jeanette is a perfect opportunity. I know she gets her exercise every day. Doing some yoga, just doing some flows on your own, or finding something online to follow that can give you just a chance to change your mindset during the day, even if it's just 30 minutes. Um,
And I don't do that, so I need you to yell at me.
okay. And I think I'm going to do that because, I just
No, yeah. I mean, I've been at my computer since 7 this morning, and I did go and make lunch for Steve and I, and it's just these deadlines. I don't know. I've got to figure it out because I can't keep this up.
Yeah.
And you've been doing that for a long time.
Way too long. Yeah. I don't put myself first, which is what I need to do.
Well, I don't. I'm one who does not take the time to meditate, and I'm trying to add that into my daily routine. It's not going so well. I found this great app called Headspace
Mhm.
that will remind you, based on how you set it up, once or twice a day to actually um, stop and even take 5 or 10 minutes, and it'll walk you right through a little meditation program. And I did it twice, and I haven't done it since. And it was, and I think it's great, though. I mean, uh,
Yeah.
as Tony Robbins would say, you have to schedule something to make it happen. If you don't schedule it, it's just never going to happen.
Mhm.
Um, anyways, and of course, our diet. Plant-based diets are going to add quality years to our lives. Um, just making good choices, which I certainly try to do every day, all day, no matter where we are. Even in Florida, or if we're in Europe, or I guess heading down to Southeast Asia, it's, we try to live our lives the same as we do here. We take 30 minutes a day to work out. It may not always be ideal, but we find a way. We make good choices when it comes to the food that we're ingesting for the day. And it makes you feel better. You don't come back and have to fight any weight gain. It's all about feeling fabulous, and diet and exercise are definitely a major part of that. Do you have, Jeanette's not back yet, but she's, I'm sure, would be a number one promoter of definitely exercise.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nancy, you don't have time to breathe. Alicia, are you breathing, or do you even have time to go to the gym or take a walk or go to the park?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do yoga a couple times a week, but also Steve is kind of relentless with me about we're getting out for a walk, and I'm like, dang it, I just want to sit on the couch. But no, we hike a lot and do a lot of activity. So I think that probably could do more. We can always do more, right? But I feel like I'm doing pretty good there. Eating is certainly goes in waves.
Yeah,
Trying to eat well.
properly.
Yeah.
And
Especially when traveling. That's the hardest.
that's the hardest. It is the hardest because you want to enjoy and you want to experience new things, and that is hard. But it's also a great time you can kind of play a game with yourself and just stay on track and realize you'll be better off the minute you get home.
Yeah, exactly.
So and having this like supportive community is great too, and I think walks are great, but if you see a park bench, stop and do some standing push-ups with your hands on the bench, or do some like little dips with your hands on the bench and drop your butt towards the ground. The biggest complaint I get with all of my clients is the extra skin under their arms. And I got to tell you, it's the hardest spot to train and work on, but it's possible, and you can definitely build that tricep muscle. But you need to do it like daily, just a little bit every day.
I think I'm really lucky because my arms are pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Simply because for years, 35 years, I walk around with heavy magazines all over town.
Right.
But honestly, like I've done pretty good with my arms not looking too bad, because that is the biggest thing about maturing, is how your body changes so much.
Yeah, it does, and that's the hard part, and that's when it's really difficult for some women to get beyond that. But the women who do get beyond that find a way to express themselves through fashion and find really clever ways and beautiful tops just to sometimes cover that up, or a shawl, just to make them feel fabulous if they're not feeling very comfortable in their own skin, so to speak. So what about fashion? Like, we can talk about diet and fitness, and I do that all day, every day. But, one of the greatest ways to express ourselves is through what we're wearing and how we put ourselves together. And I'm not expecting everyone to be looking like a supermodel tomorrow at Rotary.
Oh, dang it. Yes, tomorrow.
Because Lord knows I won't be. But, just to have the ability to accessorize with either some great necklaces, which Nancy, you're brilliant at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very lucky that, I feel very confident that I go to all these events.
Yeah.
And I do not, and I feel like I look just as good as they do. And, some of my shoes and my bags they used to come from Target. Now Target's not as good, but I used to get the most brilliant shoes and boots from Target. And these women are like, you look fabulous. They have the Gucci and the blah, blah, blah. But it's all how you carry yourself.
Mm-hmm.
does a really good job with wearing fun tops and stuff like that, and it does make a difference when you're out and about. And I'm out in the public eye all the time, and I just don't want to look like the women that I went to high school with, because they look like great grandmothers, and they are, but
they are.
Right.
Well, that's all about the mindset. And the very first module, once you guys get started, which you have, Alicia, is all about embracing an ageless mindset. And that's exactly, Nancy, what you're talking about. It's being positive all the time. The glass is always half full.
The messages we get, though, in society, and for me personally, for my son, like, well, you're old.
Oh,
You're supposed to be tired. I said, no, I'm not.
no, absolutely not.
No. I mean, I think I have more energy and do more than most people, considering that I don't exercise.
well, you might have received a lucky gene there, but that's fine. But that's just making sure to take the time to stop. And if it's not exercise because you're feeling comfortable with how you look, then it's in the mind, and it's taking that time maybe to start a little meditation program, like I mentioned, just to stop what you're doing once or twice a day and take that time for yourself.
Got it.
Good. Schedule it, though. You got to schedule it.
No, because I follow my schedules. I'm really good. And I wouldn't have been late today, except, like I said, my computer had to reboot my Zoom. So it had completely relaunched it.
I think you can even set the Apple app, health app, has some mindful stuff on it too that you can just set. I mean, Headspace is great. I've used that before. It's great, and Calm those. But even if you just want to use the one on your phone to remind you, right?
I think this week.
Tell me about that. Show that to me tomorrow.
Okay. Yep.
Tomorrow. And you guys, I will be there tomorrow, but you can't look too closely, because I went to the skin doctor yesterday and she zapped the living daylights out of me. So I'm just like, it's from the pre-cancer, and she zaps it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just a crusty mess. I'm just going to pretend that I'm late for Halloween. That's all.
Well, it doesn't look like it now.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, take the time. Now is a really good time in our lives to start something like Calm or Headspace. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Just to give back to ourselves with some of the madness that's going on all around us. So something that I just wanted to mention as well, when you do start the module, every module has a workbook to download before you jump into the lessons. Download or print, just ask you questions while you're going along, just to help you think about the content, think about yourself. How is it relating to you? What choices could you be making that are different than you're making today that would be beneficial to you and maybe all of the people in your life that surround you?
I'm glad you said that, Lori. I didn't even notice that on the first module.
You know why you didn't notice it? Because I've been adding them just in the last. Yeah, they're kind of new. I'm adding a new workbook probably about once a week for each module. Anyway, so that's there for you. And I think, Jeanette, what you were just saying about your son, well, you're old, you're supposed to be tired, and that's just stereotypes that we need to break through and challenge. And that's what's in the first modules. One of it is all about overcoming those stereotypes and realizing that we can be proactive, and we do love our lives and celebrate it, and not be ashamed for being our age. Because, by the way, those people who are saying that to us, they're going to be our age too, if they're lucky. And it's
you guys are all younger than me, so I think in my 50s I felt exactly. I didn't even. I was shocked to have people say, thing, the image that once you're over 50, you're going downhill. Because I didn't feel that at all until I had my 2 cancers when I was 64.
Okay.
Mm.
And now
Yeah.
I'm in my 70s, so that's been really hard. For me, really
And
hard. And
oh,
especially because I had the stroke
yeah.
last year, and it's just I don't yeah, it just totally affected my attitude.
And is that something like, are you still doing any therapy for that? Like physical therapy, occupational therapy?
Yeah, I'm not occupational anymore because she graduated me, but
Okay.
I loved my occupational therapist. I'm actually doing speech therapy, working with a speech therapist. That's where I was when you called, Nancy. Um, had just walked out of that. She is working with me on trying to get to the bottom of why I'm always have drainage, and we're trying to retrain my brain anyway, which is
Right.
really interesting in terms of the way when I have a tendency to cough, what's happening
Vocal
in my
cords?
body.
Mm.
Was it your vocal cords, and were they affected because of the stroke?
No,
No.
no, this just has been a lifelong issue for me.
Oh,
And I finally decided to go see some doctors about it and see if my coughing and clearing in my throat has physical, reason,
yeah.
which
Well,
they're which they're looking at.
you're sounding
Yeah.
much better today, right now, than you have the last couple of days.
I'm sounding better, you said? Huh.
Yes, much better. Your
Maybe
voice
because I just went to her and we did some
yeah.
exercises that
Great.
relax your vocal cords.
They're
you're much,
helping.
Interesting.
I think it's helping a lot, Jeanette. I really do.
Good.
Yeah, a whole lot, to be honest.
I'm doing that, but I haven't gotten into another exercise routine, Laurie, since I quit the club.
Uh,
It was just too expensive.
and I still think though the ARC is a really great option.
Hmm.
I'm
Silver
gonna check it out. Yeah.
Silver Sneakers program. It's just getting back into the habit that
I don't know why, but my insurance doesn't cover silver sneakers.
I thought it was
Mm.
automatic that they offer it.
I thought it was too, but I don't know. I'm gonna call my secondary insurance and see what's going on.
I may make a call over there for you too to try to clarify so that I know as well.
Okay.
Okay. So anyways, yes, turning 50 or 60 or 70, maybe for some in the room. It is very emotional and the expectations are unrealistic. But what we need to do is embrace the changes that we're discovering about ourselves, health changes, emotional changes, everything that's coming our way. And we have to turn it into an opportunity for growth and a new way to care for ourselves and make it a positive experience. And setting goals for ourselves that can keep us ageless, whether it's not only our health with checkups and staying active, mammograms, all that stuff. I'm sure you guys are all doing that. But, keeping our wardrobe up to date and refining it. We're smarter now. We know what we're wearing. We know what we're not going to wear. Is it easy to get influenced by what we're seeing on social media? Possibly. But to have one piece or a great accessory, that can enhance a complete outfit that can be so simple and relaxed and not even
You're really good at that,
expensive.
Laurie. You're very good at that.
It is a little bit of an art. Thank you, Jeanette.
Yeah.
But it just, it's just having a sense of style.
I
And
look at my closet though, and I just go, I don't know.
I
What
hear
makes
you.
me feel? I
Well,
mean, I do.
it's
I say, what do I feel good in before
yeah,
I put
more
something
you look
on? But
amazing. And
I
then
also am extremely frustrated because I gained weight after I had to stop my HRT
Mm.
because of the stroke, and I haven't been able to lose it, and I just hate it. I've had to get new clothes, which is not not the reason I want to get new clothes.
Right.
And
Mhm.
also in the program is a whole module on fashion and
Fashion.
how to address your wardrobe and how to get
Okay.
crap out of your closet that doesn't belong, and getting the right pieces in there based on your body shape, based on your color. You know, there's a whole color theory on what you should be wearing
Mhm.
based on your skin tone, and the content that you have in your pretty little hands addresses all of that.
Well, you know what
What
I'm
module is that one
challenging,
in?
Lori, that you can share with other women is that um, as you do mature, as we are getting older, I was fine in my 50s and 60s. And now all of a sudden in my 70s, it's like, I just want to be really comfortable.
Mm.
So it's the cross between finding comfort and style at the same time, because you're kind of over, like, there's certain shoes now that, both Jeanette and I have had knee surgeries or knee replacements. And,
Yeah.
so the shoes
You can't wear them
make
anymore.
the shoes that made the outfit make it that much more challenging to create what we feel is like the look with the outfits. And so there's a lot of challenges that come in that you don't really expect. And again, in the 50s and 60s, sure as hell did not feel that or feel anything. And now it's like, it's kind of happening,
I
so
guess it affects everybody at a different age or
At a
something.
different
Because
yeah.
yeah,
I
I
had
mean,
one of my best friends that I had for years. She lives in LA, and she was like in her, I swear it was in her 50s, when we were in our 50s, that she was saying, "Oh, it's just my whole body feels like it's falling apart." And I thought, it didn't happen to me anyway, fortunately, until later. But
I do
Yeah.
think there's like that sense of style. Like I don't know what my style is anymore. I mean,
I don't either. I'm thinking
I
style.
yeah. I mean, I know what I buy. I buy the same things because I like certain colors, but they don't look good on me necessarily. So, or they're comfortable or whatever. So it's just trying to find, I don't know, that comfort level in, I guess, who you are and what you're wearing. Because I do feel like it's changed in the last 5, 6 years for me. You
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
I
Well, you know
definitely
what? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I definitely have a wardrobe that is aged, as far as it goes back to things that I wore when I lived and worked in New York City. But the quality, I think, thank goodness, was so high. The quality of the pieces
Yeah.
that I was either working for these designers or um, buying when I could every now and again, that they're still great pieces. And you start with a basic wardrobe and then you accessorize. What's everybody's favorite accessory? Or is it a necklace? Is it a particular scarf? Maybe it's a belt. Those can totally change a very basic, or what you may think is a boring wardrobe.
See, I can help others with that because I'm really good
I
at
was gonna say you're good at that.
pulling with the belts. But the thing that changed for me is that forever I didn't have the gut. And now that I'm 71, there is still a gut. And so I'm not as comfortable wearing the types of belts that really I thought made the outfit and
Mhm.
created that special look. So that's where I'm struggling. But I just need to take the time because I can figure it out. And Alicia, you need to tell me what size you are because I need to go through my stuff and let's find some fun things that I think you're, and I used to be firmer. So even if I'm not huge, your body isn't, I'm sure it would be if I exercised more. But, there's certain things that I just don't wear because I don't want to see some things.
You don't
But
want to attract attention to certain parts of your body.
Mhm.
I think that's
exactly.
right.
Mhm.
So I do feel like I hide it quite well. But I probably should get rid of some stuff that I love, but I'm probably never going to wear again. So,
Yeah, you have to have the confidence to wear some of those great pieces, I think. And once you start again,
Yeah.
um, I think you'll stand taller um, and just really enjoy those great items that I know are sitting there in your wardrobe, not getting used. And maybe it will inspire you to say, okay, this is ridiculous. This is my favorite belt. This makes like so many outfits, like just dresses them up perfectly. What am I going to do about it? Okay, well, now you have a goal. And that's what this program is all about too. It's like, what are your weaknesses? Let's work on them. And not only your weaknesses, but what are your strengths that you can share with everyone, which you're doing a really nice job in this group already. I love it. You know, and what is your ideal personal style? We can all work on that. Alicia, this could be a nice little project for all of us. I think we all have something that we talked about today that we need a little help with. So, you know, how fun is this going to be? But what does your ideal day look like? Nancy, I know you're so buried, and Jeanette, you have been too for so long. Jeanette's not getting her workouts in. Nancy is hardly breathing. Alicia has a lot going on with work. So what does the perfect day look like, and how are we going to make that happen or change it up from what it is today? Like Jeanette, what's your perfect day? What would tomorrow look like? Script it out.
I would still be sleeping a lot. I mean, I love, it's been wonderful that I can sleep. I sleep well, but I don't wake up with energy. And my ideal day would be to bounce out of bed like I used to, be ready to go, feel just as physically able or competent in my physical body. I think probably getting my shoulder replaced is going to be a key to that, because it hurts all the time, and it hurts me to shower. It hurts me to I can't wash my hair anymore. I have to have Rob help me. I'm going to somebody downtown to have me. I'm going to the salon, Nancy. Ajax salon, and going to Allie McGuire. Yeah.
Goes there. So Jeanette,
She's giving me a good deal.
So Jeanette, we need to, I think you're right. I think you just need to get the shoulder done. It's exhausting you. Like I can't tell you guys, after I got zapped by the skin doctor, I was not expecting it. Like she zapped my chest like 10 times, and my hands and my face. And I was exhausted from the pain, I think. And just then the emotion of the, yesterday with the, with the, everything going on.
Yeah.
I can't talk about it. Yeah. And, I never felt so exhausted, but I think it was a combination of all of that. And so what we need to do is get you out of pain and then start working on, I've got a couple of ideas with, and I want to start, I've got some things that are kind of natural that you can drink that give you a little bit of energy, just to give you that little, like, I know if I drink this, I had a Dr. Ghali look at the ingredients and he said, there's nothing in here that's going to harm you. It just kind of gives you a little like energy without feeling buzzed, or because I would never do that. Matter of fact, I forgot about them. Maybe I'll try to bring a couple tomorrow and you just put them in with water, but it's nothing that's going to harm you. Nothing that's, you know what I mean? And I just probably need to drink it myself, just for that little extra, when I'm working too much. And maybe like after this, I should be working, but I think I might go walk to the post office. How does that sound?
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'll try to bring one for each of us. And again, I had a doctor that I told on this, and
sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. And he just said, there's nothing bad in here, so.
What's it called?
I'll bring it just to try it. I mean, what the heck, right? Okay. You can buy them at Costco.
Yeah, this is not the time for us to slow down, because I just spent 4 or 5 days with my mother, and I see clearly what happens when you stop with your normal routine, and when you stop, everything goes downhill. So Jeanette, I'm sure that as much as you don't want to do it with your shoulder, that would be life-changing. And that's when you get to that point where it could change your life. I think it's time to do something
That's
about
the
it.
decision. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to, when I think I was telling you this, was when Nancy, that they want my bone density doctor wants to build up my bone density.
Yeah.
Wants me to start taking some stuff, but the ones that the shots are $2,000 a month. I said, that's not in my budget. I can't do that.
Yeah.
But a good friend yesterday that was over to, so we could commiserate together last night. She was here and she told me about something that she's taking that's a natural supplement that it has helped her bone density. So I'm going to order it and start
Can,
taking that.
can they not perform the surgery without the bone density being better?
They can. But my bone density doctor said you'll do a lot better if you can be on this for 3 months. It's like, I don't know if I can stay. That's February then. I don't know if I can go that long. Because
Can they give you physical therapy? Will insurance pay for physical therapy anymore?
Oh yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't. Dr. Leota, the doctor said, no, it's not, that's not your option anymore.
Oh, gee.
I did do shoulders,
Yeah,
PT,
sure
and
you
it was, but now I can't move it more than just, I can't even go like this with the other arm. I can't get it up that high on this side.
Are you using any kind of a cream or anything to help with minimizing?
Yeah, I've got something that sort of helps. I mean, I've had lidocaine on it, and that even doesn't even help. The highest lidocaine that you can get with a prescription is 5%. And I have a couple of those patches, but it didn't help. Didn't do any good. But I have some salve that I've been using. Helps a little bit.
Okay.
So I'll just, yeah, but I think that I'm ready to say, I'll just keep building bone density afterwards. Because I can't take things. You can't do shots or anything with your bone density and then get surgery right away. You have to wait something like 2 or 3 months
For sure. Yeah.
after that. I need to call in tomorrow and see if I can take this natural stuff and if I could do it all the way up to surgery.
We're here for you. We're here for you.
This is a journey that we're all on, and I just want to, I think most importantly, we're not alone in this, and I think we all have something that we're going through right now with either our health or the health of a loved one, or what I think we need to do is set a goal right now, something that I don't want to take any more time from you guys this evening, but one thing that you got from just this conversation, or something you realized either about yourself or you're realizing about somebody else that kind of created a little light in you, thinking, okay, well, I need to do this for me. I want you to create that goal, set that goal, define it. How are you going to make it happen? You have to visualize it. And at this stage in our life, we have to celebrate every day and do everything we can for ourselves to make every day a better day. So there's just one thing, whether it's looking in your closet and saying, I'm going to wear this scarf tomorrow, or for me, I already know it's going to be, I'm going to take 5 or 10 minutes, maybe even as soon as we're finished here, to try to get into a habit of meditating, or taking time to research more about whatever pain or issue it is that you're suffering from. But we're all in this together, and I think if we stick together, we're just going to make it much easier for everybody. And we are all here for one another, especially me for all of you. I just want to share my screen real quick to show you what the course page looks like once you get into it.
Gorgeous picture. Gorgeous picture.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's the Ageless Style and Vitality course. This is what you're going into. You have access to both that and the Ageless Circle. There's plenty of information in both. Maybe you'll set aside 5 minutes today to go 5 minutes a day to go in and kind of snoop around, see what this is all about. I'm pretty sure you can go right into a lesson that you're most interested in. Maybe you want to go right into the power of self-care in module 3. There you go. Go in and read whatever's in there. You mark the page complete so you don't have to redo it again. Maybe you want to learn about stress management. Let's go in and see what's there. There's just some great information. As I mentioned, there is a playbook right now for the first 4 modules. You can download it, print it. It'll kind of guide you through the whole program, just with some simple questions for you to think about while you're doing everything you're doing. And I just want to end it there because I don't want to take any more of your time. You guys were so gracious to share your time with me and
Thank
one
you.
another. Like, what super friends we are to just take the time to get together.
Thank
So
you
do you-
for sharing your
I'm gonna
module.
take, before it gets too dark out, I'm going to go walk to the post office. It's about a mile and a half round trip.
And maybe we should, before we start turning on the TVs this evening and reliving what happened yesterday and early this morning, and try not to drink too much tonight, or
I started already. I've been drinking. Just kidding.
I started last night.
Yeah.
well, I'm going to do my 5 minutes of meditation before I open up my first bottle of wine.
Perfect.
Well, I chilled the mind, but I'm trying not to drink Jack and Coke. That's my goal.
Okay,
Oh,
Okay.
Perfect.
that's
yeah,
a good
that's
idea.
thing.
Yeah.
All right, well,
All right.
see everybody
Thank you.
tomorrow morning.
Okay. See you in the
tomorrow.
morning.
And Alicia,
All
I'm going to figure out what size you are. I'm going to bring some stuff in for you.
Okay.
That works. You're smaller than me. All right.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye,
I
guys.
love it.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.